YouTubers. Well, I got some bad news and I got some good news, but I'll come to that in a minute. In reply to, I think it was Simon's comment on one of the other videos, you know, where are most contacts got? Well, it depends on what part of the country you're in. Around here, for me, most of my contacts are sort of spread evenly between what we call the Muppets, you know, on FM, and sideband on the EU block. Right, that sort of answers that question. Hi Tim, by the way, over there in well, the other side of the pond. Keep it going, mate. The channel's looking good now. You've got them two sidebanders. Another comment I'd like to make is welcome back on air. And that's to Andy in Welsh, Wales. Andy's just got himself a 6900N, I think it is, and he's giving it large on the Welsh mountains. Keep it up, mate. Let us know how you get on, you know. Andy's been making contacts all over the place, you know. He's sort of, you know what it's like when you ain't been on for a long while and then you get a rig, you just sort of go mental. And luckily for Andy, he's got some stations, you know, within earshot, and like I say, he's giving it large. The video about an Amstrad 901 I'll do my best. I'm sorry, I can't remember who asked for that, but I will do it. I'm not really sure what to do with that. I don't know whether it got hills with it. You know, I have a few contacts on it. I suppose that would be a bit, sort of a bit of nostalgia. I mean, we've all had a 901 if you've been on any length of time. I need really to get it out of the box to have a proper look. What other comments did I reply to last night? Oh, there was loads. Keep them comments coming, guys. Now, the good and bad news. Well, the bad news is I've been made redundant. And today is my last day. I've known all week and it's not been great, to be honest. You know, it works. I'm the only one going and no one knows what to say to you, and you know, like I've said before, shit happens, you know. I'm gutted, you know, it's really sort of, well, you can imagine, can't you? Anyway, that aside, me and Deb ain't had much of an holiday this year. We've had a few days out camping and whatnot, and we were chatting about it. Then obviously I'll get a little bit of sort of severance pay, or whatever you want to call it. So Monday, me and Deb's off to sunny Norfolk. I hope it's going to be sunny anyway. And we're hoping to spend the week up there. So any of my subscribers from the Norfolk, Suffolk, sort of Lincolnshire area, I will be giving it large. Probably from, I don't know, any high point or any little pimple I can find in Norfolk. So yeah, you go, listen out for us, guys, or listen out for me. Deb don't really sort of use the radio. Like, she's quite intrigued with the YouTube thing, you know. Now let me just try and remember some more sort of comments. Someone asked for a video about CB radio handheld. Now I've got a handheld kicking around somewhere. I've not used it in ages. I'll do a video. It'll probably just be me chatting, and I'll sort of throw up a few pictures into the video just to say, you know, what's what. Because I have had one of the Intech handhelds. It's the more expensive one. I can't remember the model number of it. From memory, I paid, I think it was about 115 quid for it. looks more like a big mobile phone than like your CB type thing. And in all fairness, I'll say this now, it was a struggle to get a contact on it. It really was, because we're so far apart now. If you're going to be using just like a small antenna, you know, like your rubber duck or telescopic aerial, you're sort of going to be struggling. I mean, you could be lucky, of course, have 2 or 3 people live nearby, you know, you can get on there and basically have loads of fun on it. I think my recommendation regarding handhelds would be, you know, try and talk a friend into getting one that lives nearby, or to get like a little home base. But they are. I will do like a video on that. I've got loads more in the pipeline, and obviously I'm not going to be working for a while, so I'm going to be doing videos on all sorts of subjects. Once this broadband fibre optic log is done, I might well do like a Saturday morning spot where I'm sort of live, you know, so you guys can sort of see me live. That'd be good, you know. I quite like the sound of that, if enough of you can sort of get on there and sort of make it worthwhile. So yeah, good and bad news, eh? The car seems to be running alright. It did play up the other week to the point where I thought, oh my god, but it kept going. And I thought, why the wheels are still turning, I'm going to keep driving it. It was some sort of problem. Oh, God only knows what it was. But it corrected itself. I did wiggle a few wires around under the bonnet. Like, to be fair, they're all computerised now. I may well have sorted it by that, because it was after that that it started working alright. Well, it's a lovely morning. What's the time? 6:55. I'm a little bit behind today, but you know, last day, what are you going to do? Sack me? I won't be late. And someone commented about I went along somewhere and it looked like I was zooming along. Well, I must admit, watching the videos back, you know, with the camera pointing out the front, it looks like I'm going like a bat out of hell, but I'm not. So I don't know. If I had a back view as well, that'd be good, and a split screen, you know. Some of the lunatics on the motorway nowadays. The lorries nowadays, I don't know what's going on with the truck drivers at the moment, but it's almost like that they need to get in your spot, you know. It's like their life depends on it. I'm not really sure what that's all about. I mean, there's some good drivers and bad drivers. Bearing in mind, we're all being filmed wherever we are now. Especially on the motorway, you think, well, you know, give yourself a break, you know, just sort of back off a little bit, have a little bit of braking distance. Anyway, I'm starting to sound like Victor Meldrew now. You don't want to do it like that, you want to do it like this. Anyway, watch out for the next video, guys, and I'm glad you lot are all enjoying the different sort of, I don't know, different type of video, you know, with the camera pointing out the front. I've been wanting to do it for ages, wanting to be getting a camera mount and all the rest of it, but all I've done, I've put a towel on the dashboard, folded it up, shoved the camera on the top. So far so good. Right, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and get on with my life, and there may be another video straight after this one, and that will be the coming home sort of video. Give it large, guys, and don't forget, if you're in an area where there's not a lot of people on, just get on there, make some noise, you know, keep calling, make some QRM. 7 threes for now, everyone. I'm gone.